I will begin breaking camp, sire. Get off the horsey. Do come over here. What's my walk button here? These are the lands I've been told about by the Argonian friend. Ah, I see. I have yet to venture to these marshlands. They are harsh, but indeed beautiful. Ah. Yes. Welcome, adventurer. Always good to see a fellow from TC. And beware of these lands. Many creatures, Sir Loif. The adventurers continue to wait for their fifth and final member to arrive as they continue to break camp. Their leader, Kirihi, plays a melody to keep them all calm as they understand the adrenaline begins to rush and build an anticipation to the great hunt. Something else, sire? I have been given an opportunity to hunt two great beasts, Kirihi of Skyrim says. Part man, part something else. Something else, sire? Shark says. Yes, overgrown men with clubs for hands. Kirihi of Skyrim responds, the township here. They have been harassed by such creatures at night. Surely that's absurd, Rohit says, scowling with indignation. Clubs for hands, ha! Indeed. I'm inclined to agree with Rohit. Sark says, in agreement, nodding towards Rohit as he speaks. Kirihi of Skyrim, they are overgrown, I tell you. I did reconnaissance, and they are a wicked pair. Pair? Shark says inquisitively. Kirihi of Skyrim responds, brought here by assassins. Well, if I can put an arrow between its eyes, who cares what it looks like, Rohit says. Yes, they terrorize in twos at all times, Kirihi says. Kirihi is always deliberate and slow with his speech, as he doesn't want to misinform or perhaps cause what's the word you would call this? He doesn't want to misinform or cause any harsh feelings towards any one particular person or race of peoples. So, speaks clearly his mind while also thinking heavily upon his own words. As he speaks, the assassins that brought them apparently stayed nearby, but those folks, they are not hunters nor warriors, so they fear going out into the lands in search of the beast and assassins. Understandably so, states Shark. So that's why we're here, Rohit exclaims, questioning our purpose here in the marshes. Yes, I was promised a hunt, Curie says. A great hunt, by all accounts, says Shark. But the sneaky Argonians, as they are asking us more of a favor. They fear for their lives. And their pockets. And let's not forget their precious trees, Shark says with just a small amount of disdain. I jest, of course. He says, clearly not jesting. But we are just the type to take on foul creatures, Curie says. Very much so, Sark. Daro is here for his great might. I have felt we might need an accomplished warrior such as he. Aye, it'll be a rout. Let's slay some beast. Hear, hear, exclaims Shark as he cheers. Cheer? As he cheers with excitement, ready to go to slay the beast. We will be bringing yet another, Curie says, for reinforcements. The more the merrier, I say, states Shark. As the anticipation begins to build, everyone begins to sharpen their blades, preparing their enchantments, imbibing what could be their last meal. Let us speak with these Argonians, states Curie as he begins to walk into town. The horns of the hunt blow for blood, Rohit exclaims. Indeed it does, Shark says. As he warms himself by the fire, he waits for the preparations to be set by Curie, their leader, with the leader of the town, who has ordered and requested for the assistance of the Tamriel College adventurers. These are adventurers here saved by the Argonians. Or these are refugees here saved by the Argonians. The giants have scared many a marsh resident. What a ramshackle little establishment. Says Shark. Hello, Argonian, Curahee says as he begins to approach the leader of the Argonian encampment who had approached him previously on days before. Striding up to the Argonian with intense purpose, Curahee shows but nothing else but intimidating presence and, of course, a commanding presence that only few can withstand. As the adventurers gather around the Argonian to find out the exact location that their quest will be, the hunt for the two beasts who have been hunting and scaring, and I'm lost at words. I've lost words. Words are hard. Fear not, Argonian friend. I have brought a few mighty warriors to deal with your issues, and we shall make a great hunt of it, Curahee states to the Argonian Vellum. Before we hunt, let us toast in a bit of mead, says Curahee, who may be admittedly a bit of a drunk, continuously drinking alcoholic beverages when obviously unneeded. A strong warrior is also a brash and careless one. This, sire, is something we both agree on, exclaims Shark. I'd prefer a good cup of rot meth, says Rohit. Rohit, the small wood elf, with the dainty little horns above his head. Or her head. Sometimes it's difficult, they all look the same. To Shark. This is the assassin's picture here. Take stock, fellas. As these are the... Will we be going after this man at a later time? Ain't much to go off of, is it? Rohit says. A very cruel assassin indeed. Curahee exclaims. He has a patrol. Very close to the great beast. Rohit says, basically just a pair of beady eyes. The artist had to come up with something. By all accounts, the assassin leaves no survivors, says Shark. As the adventurers prepare to leave, they walk out of the city on their ongoing path, preparing one last time. Levinthia, who has yet to say a word, joining our adventurers without shoes, at home in the wild just as much as any Argonian. These are the gallows that we will be displayed once they have been killed, says Kirhi, referring to the great beast and assassin that are going to be part of the Great Hunt. Completing their tour of the ramshackle refugee camp, the adventurers finally feel prepared and ready to go to continue their hunt. Of course, Kirhi, feeling the need to make one last toast at the ramshackle tavern, where a fine fellow has decided to brew some alcoholic beverages to make the local refugees feel a little bit more at home and comforted despite their current situation. A makeshift tavern, Kirhi exclaims. Let us toast. Shirk abides by the drink, toasting with his commander-in-chief, Kirhi, the leader of the Tamriel College. I don't mind filling my pockets with others' gold, says Rohit. Ha! Of course not. Of course you don't, Rohit, says Shark. Beware, Kirhi says. The Argonians have the harshest penalties for sticky fingers. No worries, no worries. No one saw me, Rohit says. This poor peasant, Kirhi states. She had her home destroyed by the foul creatures. Let us head out, Kirhi says, as they all in search of these creatures, as they all climb upon their mounts and head in the direction of the creatures, following their master, who apparently decided to run on foot instead of a horse. Not sure why. He has a horse. They arrive at their destination. Beyond the roads is dangerous, Kirhi says. We shall be cautious